just take a normal topic and make them understand. And once they understand that, it's important for them to start building sentences. And in this era, we make use of AI to our advantage. We're not
Yes.
allowing AI to conquer us, but it's extremely important to understand where we stand in this era, right?
Mm.
So we can just start conversing in basic language, whatever we've understood, whether it comes to start with the basic introduction and just speak about yourself. Maybe just a few lines, the name, the place you belong to, what you like, your eating habits, what you like to watch,
Mm.
where, whether you like to shop, anything. It can be your hobbies, movies, just any basic discussion. Try
Mm.
and build sentences and then ask AI for help, whether grammatically it's correct or incorrect.
Yes,
Because
yes.
then AI exactly tells you, if there is no tutor in
Mm.
person. If a tutor is there, the tutor will definitely correct, the student, whether the sentence formation is correct or not. You're supposed to speak in present, or, a task that has already happened has to be told in past,
Yes.
right? So if all these gaps can be bridged easily. Hi, Rashmi, how are you?
Hi. Hi. Good morning. I'm
Good
good.
morning.
What about you?
Very well. Thank you so much. Good to see you.
Same here.
Thank you. So, what do we discuss today?
Okay, I would love to ask you a few questions related to English learning in
Okay.
from the perspective of a beginner's level.
Hmm.
If someone is just beginner in this journey and they are just looking for any platform or those techniques which will help
To
them to learn this language in very short time.
Right. Yeah. So, is it more of conversational English that we are talking about?
Yes, yes, spoken
Yes.
English.
Yeah, spoken English, right. Yeah. So, I think first things first, depends on the language that they speak at home, because they need to really come out of that comfort zone, right?
Right, right.
What happens is they speak in their native language and then trying to give answer in English or trying to understand. It really doesn't help, because the grammar is a little different in all the languages. So one needs to be clear that if they're learning a different language, the thought process also should start happening in that language.
Yes,
It can
right.
be very simple, simple stuff, simple words. Starts with the days, the colors, the basic stuff, whatever they don't follow, because they'll try and think of that particular word in their own language first,
Mm,
and
mm.
then they're not able to get the answer. So if they know the basic sentences, it's fine. They can always start conversing. But yeah, obviously a tutor has to be in place so that, some basic words and pronunciation, everything goes hand in hand. How a word, a sound is pronounced, the S sounds, if it's just S, S sound or the sh sound, which is correct. So where is the sh sound coming and where is the S sound coming? All those things have to be in place so that correct pronunciation is also understood while they're learning the language. Because a lot of times, if people, like I can probably give an example of Hindi, there are times when people do not pronounce the sh and s properly there as well. And it is shown in English.
Yes,
While
right.
when it's converted, we see the same impact here.
Mm.
So the first things first, that the other language should be completely like that's a closed chapter. So we should not touch that anymore and start afresh uh, with English. So we're talking about English, so we continue with that. That this is extremely important. Learning the words, their pronunciation correctly when they're basic words, whether it's colors, it's name of okay, any name, city, or whatever they want to learn. Then comes the basic grammar, understanding of the nouns, pronouns, participles, what is used where, the rules in grammar. That comes in much later. But as we speak, we can make them understand that what is the meaning of, okay, there is something which is past, which has already happened, but there's
Mm.
something which is past continuous. So it would happen and it is still happening.
Mm.
Okay, so I used to go to my I have been going to my village for
Hmm.
the last 20 years, or
Hmm.
I have been visiting. So you would visit and you're still doing it. So
Doing
it's
it.
still happening. It's still a continuous process. So how do you make them understand that part?
Hmm.
So in just while you're speaking, just take a normal topic and make them understand. And once they understand that, it's important for them to start building sentences. And in this era, we make use of AI to our advantage. We're not
Yes.
allowing AI to conquer us, but it's extremely important to understand where we stand in this era, right?
Hmm.
So we can just start conversing in basic language, whatever we've understood, whether it comes to start with the basic introduction and just speak about yourself, maybe just a few lines, the name, the place you belong to, what you like, your eating habits, what you like to watch,
Hmm.
where, whether you like to shop, anything. It can be your hobbies, movies, just any basic discussion. Try
Hmm.
and build sentences and then ask AI for help, whether grammatically it's correct or incorrect.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
then AI exactly tells you, if there is no tutor in
Hmm.
person, if a tutor is there, the tutor will definitely correct,
Hmm.
the student, whether the sentence formation is correct or not. You're supposed to speak in present, or, a task that has already happened has to be told in past,
Yes.
right? So if all these gaps can be bridged easily, it's good with the teacher. If the teacher is available, it's brilliant. But ChatGPT and Google
Hmm.
Gemini are the two platforms in today's times which are extremely helpful. Any
Okay.
learning, for any of our learning, like suppose we know how to make our sentences, even if we have reached a certain level and we are okay speaking in the language, just to have a little, polish effect in the sentences, we can still approach the AI tools
Yes.
by
Yes.
speaking
That's
or writing,
okay. I
writing it down. Yeah,
what I understood from whatever you have said, just
yeah,
I'm just summarizing it for
yeah, yeah.
beginners. So just go with simple words. If you're just
Yes,
new to this language, you should know the names of each and everything. Kitchen
correct.
related materials in your
Any,
living
yeah,
room
basic.
material, even
Yes,
even still basic things would should be the name should be properly remembered in your English
yes.
language.
It starts with that because that's how
Starts
we
with that.
start with children also, and the
Yes, yes,
sounds. So the
yes.
sounds have to be correct.
And then simple sentences, you should start with like she's going, this is my thing. You can start
Yeah,
with the simple sentences.
yeah,
And as you said, you can start with daily routines. This is something I think I found very impactful in my case as well. I just
yeah,
started doing my everyday, like whatever I have done every day, I just wrote it, everything I just wrote
correct.
in my past. So that thing also helped me in speaking this language. So daily routine is very important, you also mentioned. And you also mentioned about the AI, like you can take the
Absolutely.
help from AI. And
Yes.
at the initial stage, at which stage you are, you can
Yeah.
get
It
benefit
will
from
help
there.
you. Yeah. In fact, whatever, even if you're doing, something very basic, even your basic sentences, it'll just give you the correct grammatical version of whatever, you have just understood from
Hmm.
that conversation. I mean, you're trying to explain something, whatever you have understood from learning the basic words. You want to,
Hmm.
like, connect the words and make proper sentences. So if I think that I have made a proper sentence, but what if it is grammatically incorrect? Whom do I approach? If there is a personal tutor I have, well and good, that works. But if I do not have, what's the alternate? Suppose someone is unwell and, like, at a stretch 4 5 days there is no learning happening. In that case, please take help of the AI tools. Even otherwise, while the tutor is there, it always makes sense to go back with the same lesson and take assistance from AI tools.
Yes, that was actually my next question. As you mentioned, the help of the tutors. So as
Yes,
we are all are talking about AI tools are so helpful. We are knowing, even we are using it. ChatGPT is so helpful. Google Gemini
correct.
is so helpful. So you can just look for any answer there. But what is the now relevance of the tutors if everything is available? So could you just explain it, like which is better? Because everyone just want to go on ChatGPT and this and that. But
Correct.
we
So,
know we know the importance of the tutor, having tutor. I'm actually knowing. I can
right.
explain that. But I just want to know from you
Okay.
why we
So,
should
yeah,
go for a tutor.
have the tutor. Yeah. So again, it's a computer generated information, right? AI is artificial intelligence. And those are the systems given. I mean, they also have the information that has been fed by the data given. It's a data which is collected all across the world and then fed into the systems, right? And it's the human beings who are feeding the data into the systems. So some way or the other, even if AI is trying to tell you information, it can give you like a broadly whatever is correct. It'll give you some inputs. In spite of that, there may be some hassles, some loopholes here and there which a person may not follow. In that case, a tutor comes in handy because even if the language is simple, someone may just want a very, very simple language compared to what AI gives you as an input. Sometimes we may not even follow that. Okay, so that's where the tutor comes in handy because they can just go from, they can understand the learner's perspective. They understand the situation that in which the learner is, and then go back to that same level or even lower and get, back to
Yeah.
the root, if you may say.
Hmm.
Okay, and brush up that first with the learner and then take them forward. Once you reach a certain level where you're comfortable in making sentences and you're able to, so AI will also actually understand if a sentence is actually written in a certain way. There has to be some connectivity in the sentence. Then AI
Hmm.
understands it and gives you a solution, whether grammatically something is incorrect or how you can actually better it and frame it again. But coming to a very basic thing, tutors, I think no one can replace human intelligence, if I can
Yes.
put it
Right.
across. Yeah. So yeah, so it because a tutor is seeing the person in front of them and can actually understand better, can understand their feelings. They may be very scared to even be forthcoming in speaking it all out in a proper way. So the tutor can actually follow that, make them comfortable because it's AI is artificial intelligence. There are no feelings. It's a
Yes.
robotic thing,
They don't have emotions, right?
right? So it's extremely important that the speaker, the learner, I mean, connect well. The speaker has to make the learner extremely comfortable so they're ready to move forward in their learning rather than
Yes.
just getting all hassled and stopping it altogether. Because at
Yes.
no
Yes.
point it should become overwhelming for them.
I think tutors, when we go for a tutor, they exactly understand our problem, at
Yeah.
which level we are, and because
Yeah.
there
What's the
is
next step?
what is the next step to take and how to make them comfortable. So it is up
Correct.
to us how much we are ready to
Yeah.
follow that whatever my tutor is giving me, because I have also
Absolutely.
seen that kind of transformation in myself when I took these clapingo and english yaari classes. Initially there was AI. It's not like nowadays things.
Yeah.
We have it
Exactly.
for 2 or 3 years or more than that, I think. But
Yeah.
I haven't used it because
Right.
there should be some danda. You are just
Yeah.
scared of something, like you have to present, this thing is given by my tutor and now I have to
Right.
perform in front of them. And the AI is something which is just a machine. It is not
Correct.
understanding your feeling, your emotions. You don't have any scare. You don't have any afraidness of that. So I think that is the one thing. When we just emotionally connect with our tutor and we have a pressure also, we have to perform in that time,
Yes.
and they
But they
exactly
understand.
understand our problem.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah, and
So
then I
some.
mean depends, right? Again, some person, I mean, depends on the confidence level of the learner as well. Some people are extremely confident even though they're learning, but the confidence is good, which makes the task a little simple for the
Easier.
tutor also.
Hmm.
But if someone is very, very scared and overwhelmed,
Hmm.
then it's the tutor's responsibility to make them, make their environment comfortable
Hmm. Hmm.
so that they are ready to come back. What makes a learner come back to the class? Only if they are happy with their tutor or they
Yes.
can connect well. Otherwise, it's very difficult. And if they
Mm.
are not able to understand AI's language,
Mm.
then they will not even approach that platform.
Right.
So whatever little they have learned, it probably may become a little more confusing for them. So it's
Mm.
best to just probably start with the tutors. I think that's where I feel that, once the connection between the learner and the speaker happens,
Mm.
the learning definitely is better. And
Mm.
once they reach a certain level, then they are kind of pros, if I
Mm.
can say. They are also a pro, and they
Mm.
can start communicating with the AI.
Yes, right.
Then
And
that's
also
about polishing the
policing.
language.
And
That's
in
all.
case of I have seen what happens to beginners. They
Yeah,
just don't want to open up because they
correct.
have just that fear of like judgment, what people will say if I will
Yes,
commit a
very
mistake.
true.
So in that case, it would be helpful if you're just afraid of so many things. Then you
Yes.
can just connect with ChatGPT and just check your confidence, increase that, boost that confidence. But
Yeah.
it would be always great if you are just taking classes at least for 3 months or 4 months. You should go
Yeah.
for that if you
Yeah,
really just
because
want
it's
to have that
correct. And understand the
trust.
language.
Mm.
Very true. Understand the words also properly, because AI sometimes you want to, you may have written a small, say a paragraph or some, group of sentences, and then you want AI to refine it for
Correct
you,
it. Yes,
right? So
yes.
AI refines it, but the words that AI would have chosen, what if the person herself or himself
Mm.
doesn't understand the meaning?
Yes,
And they
yes.
would have written it somewhere.
Mm.
They go to the workplace, suppose their workplace or the office wants them to, write a little detail about themselves. Suppose there's an event coming up, and they
Mm.
have to write a little paragraph about themselves. So introduction.
Mm.
Okay, so there's going to be a team meeting, and then they're supposed to tell about themselves. So what happens is they may want to write something very simple, not a very fancy language. But what happens with AI is you ask them to refine. So we may not be very good with the language. We may write some simple sentences about ourselves, and then we ask AI to make it a little fancy.
Mm.
Okay, like the decorated words.
Mm.
Now it goes to an extent where some of them are very more decorated, or may
Mm.
not be I mean, maybe beyond our understanding.
Yes, yes. It
So,
happens so many times. Yes. Mm.
and yeah, and the person who's actually seeing your work knows how good you are
What
with
is
the
your level?
language, what's the
Yes.
level of language that you
Yes.
actually have.
Mm.
And then they can actually figure it out very easily, whether it's an AI generated
Mm.
introduction or is it your own.
Yes, right.
So, yeah, so even when we are doing, that's what I'm saying, like we should use AI to our advantage.
Mm.
Um, but at the same time, we should know what it is, what's the solution AI has given us.
Hmm. Right,
Right.
right.
So, and read it up, and then we may want to use the word, we may not want to use the word. Stick to one
Hmm.
of the simpler words only.
Hmm.
So, in spite of AI giving us the solution, can we
Hmm.
still rectify those sentences? That's
Hmm.
where we have to reach. For that,
Yes.
obviously, the basic understanding has to be very good so that we can use AI to our advantage.
Mm.
Keep it simple, but
Yeah.
the sentences should look nicely woven together.
Hmm. Right, right, right.
So, yeah, so I think but yes, AI has absolutely made lives much more simpler
Hmm.
compared to what it was before this.
Right,
Because
right.
what if someone doesn't have any kind of support with them? There's no environment
Yes,
around
at
them.
least now you
Yeah,
have.
at least some help they
Hmm.
have.
Now you have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
but I
may
also want to say this: if you can approach tutors, if you can go for at least for 3 months, 6 months, you should go.
absolutely,
And then
Rashmi. Yeah,
ChatGPT AI is there to help you. Then you can just ask for any paragraph. You can talk to them as a partner. That is the
absolutely.
extra benefit thing. But at least you should have some base, and
Yes,
that would be only you can get whenever you are just going for like live classes with a human being, not with only
very
AI.
true.
Yes, right.
Yeah,
So
fine.
I think our time is just
Yeah,
finished.
yeah, almost. Yeah, yeah, almost.
Okay,
Please tell me. No
very
problem.
very
That's
small
okay.
question. Uh,
Yeah.
um, People just talking about learning is listening is very important in learning this language.
Mm.
But I have also found this thing, like if you're writing, if you just started writing, then also you will be able to know those
Yes,
fancy and advanced words, which whenever you're speaking, you're listening, you're just
it may not. You may
uh,
miss out
may
also.
not be using that.
Yeah.
So writing
So
really helps.
yes, it does. And another thing is that when you're writing, like you write on your work, speak it out.
Mm,
When you speak it out, you can record that and again ask ChatGPT, how
to
did I
ref-
do in my grammar? Is
mm,
my grammar correct here? Because while you're speaking, you may forget some words, but
mm,
you would have written it down while you're actually, wanting to say something, in written. You will actually not miss, there are less chances of you missing out on those words. So maybe your writing work is better than the speech, actually. So
mm,
once you have written your paragraph or whatever your, matter is,
mm,
read it out and then share it with AI for it to give you the answer on that. That also really helps. So you can actually compare two articles, any topic, a common topic where once you've
mm.
just spoken, and on the other hand, you have written it down and then speaking it
Mm.
out. So
Yes.
you'll know where I stand actually.
Mm.
Again, you're analyzing yourself all by
Yes.
yourself.
Mm.
So that's another helpful situation. Yeah.
Wow. That's great.
All right, Rashmi, another beautiful session with you. I think we
Yeah,
spoke
really,
about
it
women
was
empowerment.
wonderful.
Yeah, wonderful session. I think women empowerment was a wonderful one.
Yeah,
And
right.
today is a very, very intelligent session. Thank you so much
Oh,
for the
thank
topic.
you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Take care.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Same to you,
Bye.
ma'am. Bye.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.